Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back. I am fresh off another great vacation to Jamaica. We stayed at the Couples San Souci Resort, and if you're interested in San Souci and couples and Jamaica, Ocho Rios, you can check out my YouTube video of the property, the San Souci grounds property. It's a 15-minute video, and it's on YouTube. You can check my channel for that. I strongly urge you to go to that resort. It is amazing. Now, today's review will be on a brand new cigar from General Cigar. It is the most unusual packaging I've ever seen in a cigar. I will show it to you and you'll see why I say that. This is the Foundry, and this is a 6x50. Actually goes by the name Wells. The Wells is the 6x50 cigar. It's the brainchild of Michael Giannini. And you will notice that is a metal ring around the cigar. You can see it there. It looks a little like a gear, and it adds a lot of weight to it. I don't know how much. The cigar is dense feeling. I'll tell you as much information about these cigars as I have, and it's very limited. They use 5 proprietary tobaccos from 4 different countries, each aged between 3 and 5 years. The wrapper is an 8-year-old Connecticut developed by General Cigar called the H47 Pleno Sol. And the cigars are made in the Dominican Republic. That's all I know. Now, I'll be removing this metal band before we start the review, and let's do that now. One quick point before we get to the review. You'll notice the cigar is triple capped. Has a very nice density to it, and as I said before, it's weighty. Now let's go ahead and remove this metal ring. It comes off very easily. Just rotate it right around, and there it is. So here's your cigar. That's what's left. So let's get to it. Let's get that review underway. All right. Zycar in hand, we will take the minimum is off the cap that we can. Test draw is firm. Not too bad, but it is firm. There's what I took off the cap. It's a little firm. Just like this, ever so gently. There are leather notes right away. Odd from a Connecticut wrapped cigar, but there are leather notes there. Cream, a lot of pepper. On my pepper scale, being 1 to 10, this would be about a 6. Those are the main notes as it starts. Of course, since we just started, let's let it sit for a minute. Let everything come together. It does still feel like it's dense in the hand too, after I remove the metal ring. So I'll be right back after those flavors settle down. All right, I'm about ½ inch in. And I had a little trouble pinning down the flavor other than leather and cream. I have determined it is a citrus, a grapefruit citrus. Not very sweet. Not very sweet. The leather is quite prominent. The cream is right there with it, possibly secondary, and you then get a little bit of those citrus notes. The pepper, as I said, is very good. As you can see, the ash is a very light color. The draw is actually going to be okay. I said it was firm. It's a bit firm, and it's getting better already. The finish is one pretty much straight, your basic cream, and not a lot of lingering pepper, possibly a touch. Feels like the cigar is going to be medium bodied, or it is at this point. So I'm curious to see if it's going to change from this point. So there we are at the 1/2 inch point, and I'll be back as soon as something changes. An interesting thing I've noticed, and at first I thought it was my imagination, but in smoking the cigar very slowly, on the updraw, on the intake, you get, in addition to the flavors I previously described, when you expel the smoke through your nose, just for a second or a split second, you get hints of spearmint. I thought I was losing my mind, but you do. It doesn't last, but it's just right at first. So I want you to try it for yourself and tell me what if you notice that. Let's check it. Just a hint, just a touch. So the other flavors are still there, and it's amazing that could come through with the leather notes as they are, but it did. So I thought I would point that out, and I want someone else to verify that. I know it's there, but it's just odd. So that was a surprise that I wanted to let you know about. The cigar is going along nicely, still medium bodied at best. There's that mint. So I'll be back at next change. All right, I'm here at or about the midpoint, and there are signs of some richness in the leather notes. Not full-blown richness, but they're just hints. You'll get the beginnings of some richness. The order of flavors, even now, still is, first you get the wisp of spearmint, which quickly goes away and you get leather. Then you get a combination of cream and light grapefruit citrus notes. The pepper, it remains about 6 out of 10, and it's of course there right after you expel the smoke. You get the pepper. It's sort of all around. The finish is still one of cream, but it's not very sweet. It's just a very normal, mediocre cream. And I still wouldn't say there's any lingering pepper, significant amount at all. So that's where we are, still medium bodied, and that's it. Just the only change is the hints of richness in the leather. If it went full blown, it would be very nice, but it's not there yet. Only a couple inches left, but there's been a little bit of a change. You still have those hints of richness. It's just not rich. It's not full-blown rich, but there's just somewhat hints of it. The spearmint notes have gone away, but what you're left with is leather, and then it combines very quickly with the semi-sweet grapefruit citrus now. Cream notes are not really there anymore either. So the pepper has been a constant as far as its intensity. It's remained the same. Finish is still the same. But it's interesting, I don't know where the spearmint notes went, but they were interesting when they were there. So with only maybe an inch and a half left, I'll be back here very shortly to wrap it up. All right, we're here at the end, so let's wrap it up. The story of this cigar is leather. It is the prominent flavor. The sub-story would be the spearmint notes that were around for the first 3/4 of the cigar. They were odd and unusual and interesting. In addition to those, you had the pepper, which was above average, is about 6 out of 10. You had cream notes for the first half. You had grapefruit citrus, which was in and out and came back around. Secondary notes in the cigar at the end. The finish remained one of cream, just a straight cream, no lingering pepper, no sweetness. There were times that the cigar from the midpoint onward had hints of richness, but it never really achieved a full-blown richness. The cigar was medium bodied. It did maintain its somewhat firm draw. Not bad, but just somewhat firm. So the cigar burned fairly evenly, as you can see through the past clips. And this cigar should, if it's not on shelves, should be on shelves very soon. It's a new cigar from General. So that being said, I enjoyed the cigar, but it never really got to the point where I loved it. It didn't have the richness I wanted, and it needed those. It would have been nice to have some rich notes other than the leather. But that's just me. If you like leather notes and you like the interesting points of the spearmint, then try it. You may love it. So I'm trying to give you a description of the cigar so that you'll know what you expect when you get it. So that being said, the Foundry gets a score of 86. And I hope you try it. I hope you find it on the shelves, and if not, you soon will. They'll be on shelves everywhere. So, enjoyed the cigar. The Foundry Wells 6x50, 86.